And for the viewer, I can tell you how India today has now accessed the US Watchdog complaint. The inside scoop that we have on the biggest story that has taken place today, full 41 pages of the complaint from America that has been accessed. This is the US talk body that is seeking a trial against industrialist Gautam Adani, Sagar Adani, and some of the highlights. And we are putting out the document to let you know that India today has accessed parts of that complaint. And from what I can quote some of the details, anti-bribery norms were allegedly flouted by the Adani Group is the charge in the complaint that has come forth, by which they are seeking further trial. Now the charge also adds, the bribe was paid to Indian officials for the solar energy project. Remember, solar project has been one of the most crucial for the country, specifically with regard to the renewable sources focus, to which the allegation is by this US watchdog that anti-bribery norms that are there were flouted allegedly by the Adani Group, and that there was a huge amount of bribe that was paid to Indian officials, which means referring to government officials, for this solar energy project. So these are some of the charges that have come in against one of the top industrialists, Gautam Adani. Why this has become a big news, remember, is as much about while there have been earlier allegations, counter-allegations or denying of the charges with regard to Gautam Adani and some of his projects, but now it's taken a massive political showdown. And because these charges are being raised in the USA, here at home, the Congress party is going all guns blazing with the press conference as well by Rahul Gandhi. That's how it's picked up. So basically, if you're tuning in right now, here's what has happened. The Adani Group has released a statement on the charges made by America and have called all these allegations as baseless. Adani Group have also quoted the indictment and said they are ready to fight legally and take this ahead and defend themselves, and that they will follow all the jurisdiction in it. Meanwhile, the Adani Group has abandoned, according to the statement, its $600 million US bond deal. Last week, Adani had announced this multi-billion-dollar investment in the USA, congratulating President-elect Donald Trump on his election victory, saying there is one man who's going to ensure he goes ahead with America and its interests. US prosecutors have this time indicted Adani Group chairperson, his nephew also Sagar Adani, 6 others. The allegation, one big allegation, is of allegedly bribing $265 million to Indian government officials to secure a solar power contract with state electricity distribution companies. So that's one big charge that for now has been denied by the Adani Group.
Adani Group shares fell up to 20% as trading opened Thursday on news of Gautam Adani and 7 others being indicted in the United States on charges of a $265 million bribery scheme and fraud. Among those charged is Gautam Adani's nephew, Sagar Adani. According to authorities, Adani and the other defendants agreed to bribe Indian government officials to secure lucrative solar energy supply contracts. These contracts would have, according to authorities, yielded $2 billion of profit over 20 years, along with the development of India's largest solar power plant project. Prosecutors also said the Adanis and another executive at Adani Green Energy, former CEO Vineet Jain, raised more than $3 billion in loans and bonds by hiding their corruption from lenders and investors. The 54-page indictment alleges that Gautam Adani personally met with Indian officials to advance the illegal deal and secure the contracts. Prosecutors alleged that Adani and 2 executives conspired to misrepresent the company's anti-bribery and corruption practices to US investors and financial institutions to obtain financing. Adani and 7 other business executives, including 2 who worked at Adani Green Energy, the renewable energy firm, were charged in the scheme. Gautam Adani and Sagar Adani were charged with securities fraud and 2 counts of fraud conspiracies. The Securities and Exchange Commission also brought civil charges against the 2 defendants. According to the indictment, some conspirators referred privately to Gautam Adani with the code names Numero Uno and the Big Man, while Sagar Adani allegedly used a cell phone to track specifics about the bribes. According to court records, arrest warrants have been issued for Gautam and Sagar Adani, which will be handed to foreign law enforcement agencies. In a first statement by an Adani Group company, Adani Green Energy scrapped a $600 million bond issue. The statement said the United States Department of Justice and the United States Securities and Exchange Commission have issued a criminal indictment and brought a civil complaint respectively in the United States District Court for the Eastern District of New York against board members Gautam Adani, Sagar Adani and Vinny Jain. Because of this, its subsidiaries have decided not to proceed with the proposed dollar-denominated bond offerings. The charges come 22 months after Hindenburg Research's allegations against the group shaved off $150 billion from its market cap. Meanwhile, GQG Partners, led by Rajiv Jain, which invested heavily in the Adani Group after the Hindenburg crash, saw its stock tumble 20%. It holds 3.4% in Adani Enterprise, 4.1% in Adani Ports, 2.5% in Adani Transmission and 3.5% in Adani Green Energy. Bureau Report, Business Today TV.